Let's start with Chuck in Dayton, Ohio. Fire away, Chuck. You're on the Savage Nation.
How do we make it through the fiscal cliff? Everywhere we turn, it's taxes, fiscal cliff. We're falling off the cliff. We're falling off of this. It's negative.
Wait, do you mean the talk shows that are stuck on it like a broken record? Is that what you mean? Hello, Chuck. Do you mean the shows that are talking about it incessantly? Is that what you mean? Gone already.
Yes.
Is that what you mean, Chuck, or not?
I'm sorry?
All right, have a nice day. This is hard to do talk radio when you're not. It requires communication, board operator. It means I talk, he listens, then he talks, I listen. You have to do your job, my friend. Let's try it again. Let's take the next caller. This time, try to get the caller to listen to me. It requires a little sliding of the knobs up and down. So we'll take the next caller on the Savage Nation. Okay, you ready? KSFO, Taylor, you're on the Savage Nation. Topic, please.
Yeah, discipline with my son. He's 2 years old, and not so much the discipline part, but how do I reach the common ground with my wife in raising him with mutual discipline and not stepping over her boundaries or her not stepping over mine?
So let me see if I understand this. She's more liberal in the upbringing than you, and she doesn't believe in discipline?
I wouldn't say to that effect, but she's more feelings, I'm more thought. Let's put it that way.
I don't understand what you mean. Is he allowed to smear garbage on the walls? And she says, what? That's artwork or what?
No, absolutely not.
So what's bothering you? Look, you're not going to have exactly the same boundaries between parents. It's what makes for an interesting dynamic between a mother and a father. Usually one is softer and one is harder. It doesn't mean you have to be the same. In fact, it's two poles of a magnet. And the child learns that somewhere in between is real life. The father should be the disciplinarian. It doesn't mean you walk around sternly in a vest and look like Sigmund Freud with a ruler. But you want to impose a little more, let us say, structure on him than she does. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, a little bit. I think she's got the structure down, but I understand where I have to have the structure also.
But what is it that's bothering you? Where do you not have an accord?
There's nothing bothering me. It's a starting process. The fact that he's 2 years old, and I thought you'd have some good advice on just making so we both stay happy and keeping him happy. I think that's what.
Well, I mean, I don't know what he's doing that's bothering anybody. 2-year-olds are pretty monstrous. They get worse at 3, and each year it gets worse. By the way, you got a lot to look forward to. In 10 years, it'll be a nightmare altogether. I'm just joking. No, the fact of the matter is, children do need discipline. It doesn't mean you have to be harsh in the discipline. But you have to keep them from falling off not the fiscal cliff, but the action cliff. Do you take them to restaurants at night when you go out?
Absolutely not. He has a dinner hour. If it falls within that dinner hour, he's
thank God you're not one of those who take him to a restaurant with a coloring book and Crayola. I think you'll do just fine. I'll be right back.